Would you like to borrow something of mine? I thought back to the evening before and remembered the shimmering top that seemed to have been designed to contour a playmate, and I saw the dress she was wearing as she stood before me now, the crepe burrito wrapper of a dress that somehow seemed a shade less decent than nakedness. These were the kinds of clothes she wore, and here she was asking me if I wanted to borrow something of hers. Absolutely, I said. Yes, absolutely. What have you got?
A second attack in just over a month on a Coptic Christian church in Egypt's Fanyu province has injured 4 people and damaged the church itself. Reports indicate that the 4 people, including the priest, were pelted with rocks. Windows were smashed as the mob forced its way into the Mar Geras church, where they began looting and continued the assault. The mob of about 20 to 30 people attempted to set the building ablaze using a Molotov cocktail. These efforts were thwarted by a rooftop water tank that burst open, extinguishing the flames. During the attack, the rooftop cross was destroyed, and major damage was done to the church's dome, which partially collapsed. The attack was sparked in part by a Muslim who lives next door to the church, who claims that it is against Islamic law for a church to be located next to a Muslim resident. However, the Coptic church has been at that location since 1980, while the neighbor moved in about 10 years ago. The 2 buildings share a common wall, and people in the church discovered a small hole in the wall about 3 months ago. It was made by the Muslim neighbor with the intent of spying on the Christians' activities. The hole has since been enlarged by the attacking mob to approximately 1 square meter. The Muslim and his family, along with a handful of villagers, are making a concerted effort at intimidating the Christians who attend this church by any means. In a mandatory reconciliation meeting held by Egypt's shaky government, officials told church leaders not to do anything about the spy hole. Reconciliation meetings designed to resolve disputes are common in Egypt. However, according to the Christians, their situation is now completely hopeless under Egypt's new regime. They described the reconciliation meetings as unfair and humiliating and called for their end. Among the conditions imposed by this particular one-sided arrangement, the parishioners will not be allowed to reconstruct their building to its original height. Total height must now be no higher than 3 meters. Coptic activist Waji Takob commented that if you break the law, you should be punished. Why should there be a double standard between Muslims and Christians? Whenever we're attacked, we're told to attend a reconciliation meeting, and our rights are taken from us. We demand that the law be applied equally, whether Muslim or Christian. International Christian Concern, ICC Regional Manager Aidan Clay, called on Egyptian officials to investigate the attack on Mar Geras Church and arrest those responsible. No one should be withheld the protection granted by law simply because they are a member of a minority religious community. The attack last month occurred after a Muslim cleric incited violence against infidels during a weekly sermon. No one involved in the most recent church attack has been arrested.